welcome to another edition of Lab Rats. My name is Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
And this is your fabulous, lovely, delicious video that you see every week, we hope, all about technology. Technology, we demystify it, and today we're going to demystify why your bum is really big and how you can make it smaller.
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes and...
The lack of cupcakes in the future.
Well, no, yeah, that's right. But also, too, we all sit in front of our computers. We do too much laptop time, too much screen time, as they call it. And, over the years, we get a little larger, or we get a little more stressed and cholesterol-induced. Yeah. So today on the show, we're going to look at what?
We're going to look at how you can use technology to get more fit.
Wow, what a concept. What a great idea for a show. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, because you can't just go to a gym or anything. You need to use tech.
Of course you do. Of course, especially if you're a big fan of technology, you're a geek. Why not use your passion to make your bum smaller? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at a bunch of gadgets and how you can do that in your life to get thin again.
Hopefully get you started on the right path.
All right, well, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to get thin and skinny and gorgeous. Is your body made by cupcakes or by Microsoft or by Apple? Well, it should be actually body by we, right?
Body by we. Well, we is one option here.
One option. Okay.
Yeah. So about a year ago, just over a year ago, the big sensation in the Wii was something called Wii Fit. Mm-hmm. And the Wii Fit is essentially a way to get active in front of the Wii. So
Wii's a video game console.
Yeah, it's a video game console. Yeah. We've got one right here behind us, and it's Nintendo's option in the game console. Not the highest graphics, but it uses motion controls. So already it had an advantage from a fitness perspective because while you were playing a game, you were sitting there waving your controllers. Instead of just sitting here hunched over with your hands in one place, you're actually moving.
Right. And that was a revolution, right? Because all the traditional consoles were like sit in your seat with your thumbs would be doing the most, active kind of thing.
So yeah, doing nothing at all.
Right. So for those of you that don't know, aren't familiar with the Wii or game consoles, if you want to get active, and we're going to show you the Wii here, you may want to go into your basement and see what games your kids are playing. You may not know it because you may actually have a built-in fitness regime already plugged into your television.
Possibly.
So let's see a game.
So, well, we'll talk about the various options here. So the Wii Fit, it was the initial one. This isn't Wii Fit yet. This is another one we're going to show in a second. It came with something called the balance board, which not only weighs you, it can tell how heavy you are just by the way you sit, but it also checks your balance. So as you go back and forth from side to side, it can measure your agility, it can measure how well you're able to hit a target, for example. So about $99 got you this plus the game. So not necessarily a bad investment. You don't need the balance board for a lot of Wii other Wii games. You can use it with a few, like the cardio boxing. Yeah, there's a snowboarding game that you can use this with. So it's a good investment. Now, the one problem, you said the Wii Fit game has been out for about a year now. And after a year, it gets kind of boring. So you want some other options. And it's worth mentioning as well that one of the big complaints about this was, yes, it gets you more active than just waving your thing around. Now you're jumping and doing that with the Wii Fit, but it's still not as good a workout, and it gets boring. So you've done the same games over and over again. So you can upgrade from the Wii Fit. They've got the original Wii Fit.
That comes with the balance board?
This is the one that comes with the balance board, again, about $99.
It's like a jogging program, and it's got like a whole bunch of things that make you move, right?
Right. So what I was doing is I was jogging for about 20 minutes at the end of my workout, doing some step class sort of stuff. But again, you find your favorites and it gets boring. Maybe you can do the same yoga moves over and over and over again for a year, but maybe not. Exactly. So just brand new out here is something called Wii Sports Resort. This is an upgrade to the Wii Sports. It actually came with the console, so you had a bowling game, a little baseball game in there, a few other things. This is the newest upgrade to that particular regime. So you're on Woohoo Island, and you get to play a few new games. You can go skydiving, play frisbee with a little dog. You can do archery.
Does it come with a Wii dangler? You attach yourself to the ceiling, and you go like,
woo! Yeah, that would be cool, but I don't think liability would cover that.
Perhaps not.
So, anyways, about $60 in Canada, anyways, and that comes with brand new on this there's a Wii Motion Plus. It's a little additional component here on the end that actually senses your movement a little bit better. This was good. It could sense how you were rolling and moving it around, but this actually increases the sensitivity quite a lot.
On the web, I think I saw that bundle for $49.99.
Yeah, so shop around and you'll find a better deal.
Yeah.
And remember, if you want to play this with a few other people, you're going to have to buy more Wii Motion Pluses. They're about $25 on their own, or maybe less if you shop around.
Okay.
All right, so that's Wii Sports Resort. A lot of fun, still not quite so active.
Right.
All right. So, I mean, when you're doing archery, you're sitting here pulling and letting go. That's a little bit of exercise, but not a lot.
Strengthens your
It strengthens,
partials.
I guess. There's some things in there that are a little bit more active. There's one that I play with my wife, which is called sword play. We just basically beat the crap out of each other. For this.
Sounds like a loving relationship.
It is a loving relationship. But it's a lot of fun. At the end of a stressful day working with you and her with her boss, we need to beat somebody.
That makes sense.
And better to do it on the Wii.
Hey, there's an Wii Boss.
Wii Boss.
Okay.
If I can load your face into it.
I bet you can.
All right. So I wanted something a little bit more active on the Wii, so I looked for a few other things, and this one right here was the best. This is EA Sports Active. Has been out for a few months now, and it is a little bit more active, and it gives you a whole lot more variety than you find in Wii Fit. So we actually have it up on the screen behind us.
I'm curious about this.
So the number one thing is you've got preset workouts that come. The thing with the Wii Fit is you would go in, choose your option, do it, and choose another option, do it, right? So keeping motivated to go to the next one is a little bit of a trouble. This one sets up regimes so that you have a 20-minute regime, a 40-minute regime, where you go through a whole pile of exercises and it steps you through it automatically. So you don't have to think about it too much. It's like having a trainer there as opposed to just an interface that you can
So it runs you through an entire kind of campaign in the more traditional game sense.
Right.
And does it track you and give you cupcakes when you as you lose weight?
It gives you trophies, actually, as you accomplish certain tasks. So if you've swung a baseball bat 100 times, for example, it'll give you a trophy for that. I think probably more than 100 times, but you get the idea.
I think they should give cupcakes. They should mail you cupcakes.
So you can see,
idea for you guys at EA. Mail cupcakes to people that win.
There you go. So you see all of these different workouts that they have here, a ton of different things that you can choose from. That's a lot. Or you can create your own custom workout here. We've created a couple already. You can choose from the sports that are already in there. So we're going to go back to preset and choose one. So we're going to try the 20-minute workout hard.
Yep.
Now this comes with, you can use the Wii Fit balance board with this, or you can just use it with the nunchuck and the remote. It comes also with a band here, a resistance band that you can stand on and just pull up, you know, like those old...
It's like the Suzanne Summers style.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you can use that as well.
The Wii band.
Okay, so you can see what you have here for the exercises. We're going to continue. As soon as we can find this.
We must increase our... Well,
okay,
we'll go there.
so it tells you...
Sorry.
Okay, so it tells you how many calories you're projected to burn. So it's about 135. Not necessarily as good as you'd get going to the gym, but you know that's still a fair amount of calories. And you
135 over what period of time?
Over about 20 minutes.
Oh, cool.
So and you do sweat at the end of this too, especially if you're not in the best of shape. It will put you through the paces. Okay, so the other thing it comes with is a little pocket here for your nunchuck.
Right.
Now what it does is it measures when you pop this in here. It'll measure the position of your leg. So in addition to this moving around, it'll see whether or not you're bending down. So it'll know if you're doing your squat, it'll know that you're doing that properly, right?
Right.
By how much that turns.
Okay.
Okay, so, and this one right here is a run. So as we're going to start walking, and it'll take us through this. So again, not the most exciting thing, but it's a start.
This is great.
This is the warm-up.
This is great. This is great. I love it.
And then it'll say to run.
Is it on dork mode?
It's always on dork mode when I'm running it. So you know you get the idea here. So you can go through this. It goes through a bunch of different exercises, and it'll take you to the next one as soon as you're done with this. So there we go. That's EA Sports Active. About $69.99 in Canada, probably lower if you look for it online, and it'll give you a lot more reason to keep going. And this is the whole thing. It's about motivation. When you're doing this on your own, you may not have the motivation to continue. This gives you trophies to keep you going. And the one important thing about this is, you know, unlike going to the gym, you don't have to be embarrassed because you can do this.
Well, this is one thing,
house.
right? You can do it in the safety of your basement. You don't have to, you know, you can lose a few pounds first, get sexy, then go to the gym and smile at all the pretty girls, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a good starter for the people that have been in front of the screen way too long.
Yeah, it's a good start, and that's the thing is I'm not the most out of shape person in the whole world, but at the same point when I went to the exercise room here at our building, I went there, used the exercise bike, and 3 minutes later I was like, the first time I was doing this, I felt like I was going to collapse.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, that's so embarrassing. I don't want to do that again. Right. Because there's these other people that are just doing their thing. And
they're all pretty and they
Yeah.
don't smell like you and things like that.
Exactly.
The dork factor is lower.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So
what else do we have?
Well, here's the thing: is we've got the software, and it'll take you only so far. Now you've got the thing is, we've said you can do this at home. It's not necessarily as good a workout as actually getting out into the real world and doing it. I'm sitting there jogging in place, right? It's not as good a calorie burn as if I actually got out and really ran. So let's take a look at something that'll help you do that. Technology to help you really run.
Yeah.
Well, let's start here actually. There's this little sensor here. It's something called the Nike Plus system. Now you can use it with your iPhone 3GS. It comes with Nike Plus built in. You can use it with your old Nano. For $35, you can get a bundle that will attach this sensor to a little thing that'll plug into the bottom of your iPhone Nano.
And then what does it do?
It'll track your runs. So the sensor goes into the shoe. It can go into a armband. It can be attached to a little pocket on top of your shoe.
It calculates the motion or whatever and figures out.
Yeah. So as this thing is bouncing up and down, basically it tracks how far you're going based on not only how much is going up and down, but how hard it's going up and down. All right?
Okay.
So you can put that into, like I said, into an armband or whatever. You probably want to do this with a Nike shoe. Now, I tried rigging this into my own shoe, and I just like cut a hole into this right here. You can see it's a bit of a disaster in there. Not so good. And unless you have an insole or something like that,
this goes in here.
That will fit into
the thingy.
Into there.
Can't get it.
It's a bit of a difficult process. So it'll.
Yeah. No, I didn't do it.
Okay. So now I ended up having to tape it in there, and it was a disaster.
Not ideal.
So.
Not ideal. Okay, right. But.
So instead, why not buy a pair of Nike shoes that are designed enabled for the system?
Cool.
Right. So with these ones right here, these are the Lunar Glides.
Yeah.
They're about $149, again, Canadian. You might find them cheaper elsewhere. There's some other shoes, other models of this that are enabled for Nike Plus that are cheaper.
Right.
But all of these shoes, if you open them up a little bit, you can pull out the insole here. And notice right here, we can get it in there.
Oh, is there a little dingy thingy there?
Yeah, let's just pull this right out. There's a little divot inside there where you can put the sensor.
Oh, I see.
And
right.
And by putting it in there and then putting this back on there, it's actually enabled. And there's, okay, so you can see the sensor in there now.
Right.
If I can figure out how to.
There you go.
There we go. So the sensor's in there.
Right.
Put this back in on top. Put these on and go for a run.
Right.
Now with your iPod, you have the ability to listen to your music through your iPod or your iPhone 3G while you're running. And there's even something called a power song. So if you really want to sprint the last 5 minutes really hard, it'll give you the song that you really love to run to.
Right.
It'll track how far you've gone. You can upload your data to the Nike Plus website and measure your progress over time. And that's one way to do it. You can actually go out into the air and.
Now, a good pair of Nike shoes runs you about $100 to $150.
Yes.
So, what are we talking about here with the actual little divot thingy?
Well, the divot itself, $25. The shoes, in this case, $100 to $150. So it's only adding $25 to the cost of it.
Right. Got it.
In
okay,
a lot
great.
of cases. So it's not really a hugely expensive option if you're already going to buy a good pair of running shoes.
Does it come in like lime green?
These ones actually do not come in lime green. They come in black, they come in white, and they come in blue, each with a funky accent like this.
Well, that's no fun. Dell comes in like 10 different colors.
This is not Dell. Okay. And one last option here that's kind of fun is with these shoes, you don't actually have to have your iPod with this. They actually have this option right here. It's a wristband that
jewelry.
It can connect directly to the sensor in your shoe.
Yeah.
And it'll transmit the data up to this,
yeah.
and it'll tell you not only how far you've gone, but what pace you're keeping and how many calories you're burning, potentially. And at the end of the run, you can actually just pull this thing right off. And it's also a USB controller on here, and you can plug this into your computer and upload your data to your computer and then upload it to Nike Plus.
Wow, the iPhone, once again, becomes a fitness device. It's amazing.
Yeah, and even if you don't have an iPhone, you can take part in this too. So either way.
Good stuff. Fantastic.
And that right there, that system is about $60, and it comes with this plus the sensor.
That's awesome. All right, well, let's take a break. While you get your iPhone body going, we're going to show you some messages from some of our sponsors, and when we come back, well, you know the usual silliness for the end of the show, including picture time. So we'll see you after this. Now, Sean and I were really smart. We would have put pretty girls in this episode as opposed to a couple of out-of-shape guys, you know, showing you how to get thin with technology.
I lost 20 pounds with this. I'm not out of shape.
Well, I noticed you looking svelte.
I'm still a little.
You're not as sexy, though, as Miss Download. Now, Miss Download, as you may know, is a lady on our network, on the Butterscotch.com network, who does Downloads of the Week. And she recently did an episode on Open Fitness, which is, I guess, an application that makes you thinner. So let's have a look at that, a real quick clip. And when we come back, we're going to do picture time. And if you really want to see the whole thing, go to Butterscotch.com.
Welcome to On Deck. I'm Matt Harris.
Hi, I'm Jay Goldman.
Welcome to the A-List.
Hi, welcome to Miss Download. Open Fitness actually allows you to enter an unlimited number of people into the software after you actually buy it. So let's start by adding a new person. We're going to go up to the top left-hand corner and we're going to click on the Add Person icon. We're going to put in our cameraman Matt's name. And we're going to click on OK. And a dialog box is going to come up and asking you if you'd like to join their online community that Open Fitness has put together. Now, this is a network that allows you to chat with other people, share your workouts and your diet and your progress. It also provides you with structured workouts that you can do from home.
All right, so speaking of the iPhone, I know you showed it off before. There are apps too, lots of fitness apps, right?
Yeah, there's a ton of them that are out there. There's some that'll track your progress. They'll help you train. Andrew Moore Crispin, our web editor, actually showed me one that's kind of fun. Just getting to know this. It's called the Bike Computer. So if you know the iPhone has a GPS built into it, and if you're running on your bike, well, you can't use your Nike shoes as effectively, or you can't use your Wii with the bike. This right here will actually track your progress on the GPS and sort of gauge how far you're going, and how many calories you're burning.
This is the one he puts it on top of Google Maps too to show him where he rode, right? Isn't that a feature there?
I'm just trying to learn about it. Yes,
I'm pretty
apparently.
sure. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So a lot of functionality here, and definitely some other ones that you should check out as well. So I mean, there's some that are free, some that are not so free. So
okay, we'll put a link for that in the show notes. Okay, and now picture time.
We have a picture
today.
We
have thin people in pictures.
Yes.
Good.
You might say that they're cat-like.
Oh, okay.
In
so
fact,
cute.
This is Lionel from Cape Town. His cat, Amado.
Amado. Very good.
Or Amado, maybe.
Cats keep you thin, you know.
There you go. They do.
Chase them around.
And they'll also eat your cupcakes.
Well, it's true.
So.
Or pee on them.
Or pee on them.
Or pee on the cupcakes so you don't want to eat them.
Right, fair enough. All right, well, don't forget to check out our show notes for all the details about the various gadgets we showed and the applications and that sort of thing. That can be found at butterscotch.com/labrats. And you looking thinner every day, beautiful and everything, I'm so impressed. Maybe you should take over Miss Download next time.
Okay.
Right, thin and curvy. That's Sean Carruthers.
That's Andy Walker.
We'll see you next time.
Are you ready?
Where's the center? I mean, me going to the center. I'm afraid to move for fear of you going, get back in your place!